Right, okay, so we're on record and I'm going to go to Windows, anti-screen, share. You should be able to see my screen now. I'm going to hide that and hide that because I don't like it. And then we're going to go to Canva because I created a PowerPoint. How did I create my PowerPoint? Should be in here. I've done that much today that I think when I started the PowerPoint, I've lost it. Right, it'll be in here. So I'll just bring it up. That's something else, I think. There we go. Should do it. I know it's in Canva. I know it is. Right, so we can either use that one or we can just quickly, I'm just going to write, do that. It's not there. Right, okay, so we'll do it on the PDF version, okay?
Oh, what did I do?
It's okay. I think it might have been me. Right, I've made you a little prompt. So this is like, I've just made you a little booklet. I'll put that in the community after, but it just tells you the different prompts that I'm going to be using. Okay, I've also made a resource so that my research basically. I am going to find the PowerPoint download. Cancel. And then we can go in here. So this is the research report that I just quickly did on this aesthetic. So basically, I'm showing you my research reports, and this is what you would get normally from either the premium or the VIP. So I've just tailored it completely for this workshop so that I know what keywords I'm hitting and then what elements I might put in and different styles that I can look at. And you can see my inspiration as well somewhere as well. Okay, so let's carry on with here, and I am going to find this somewhere. Download. Now, where is it going? It's going in download, so let's put it there. Yes, right. Okay, so downloads there, and it is this one. Right, okay, so this is the PowerPoint. So we're designing a junk journal in Canva. I am going to make that a little bit smaller so we can see all the slides. Okay, so there we go. Right, so what we need to do by the end of today is that you'll know what a junk journal is, because I've got a feeling that some people don't know what they are. Or you might know it as a scrapbook, for example, but they have got slight differences. What buyers are actually looking for when they're designing junk journals, setting up your Canva file, and then following the repeatable process, which is research, collect, create, and list, and then building. Now, I put Halloween on here, but it's not a Halloween one. It's just more of a harvest junk journal. And know exactly what to check before we publish it. So there's just some checks that we need to do before we publish it. So before we start, if you do know what a junk journal is, then by all means in the chat put a 1. Is there a chat on Skull? I'm just trying to think. No, yeah, here. So if you know what a junk journal is, put 1 in the chat. And if you don't know what a junk journal is, then put a 0 in the chat. Oh, welcome, ladies. Welcome, Elizabeth and Joy. That's actually great that lots of people know.
I can't get to put mine in. I don't know where. It's not doing it.
If you go to, where did I press? Right down in the right, there's like a little speech bubble thing.
Yeah, okay.
And then
oh, no, that's yours. Oh, I got to go to mine. Sorry. Okay, sorry. All right, there. Okay, I put mine in.
Yay. Okay. Oh, so Kathy
I think I'm the only one that doesn't know.
No, that's fine. I think Valerie was in for tips and tricks the other day, and she didn't really know what they were either. So
I've heard of it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's best to start with what people don't know and what people know anyway. Okay, so let's go back to the PowerPoint. I'm going to get rid of this for now. Okay, so a junk journal is usually a handmade or digital journal built up with layers. Some people tend to use like little bits of, say, labels that they get, or a menu that they get from a coffee shop, or like a little tag that they might have found, or stickers. Okay, and the handmade ones, they're usually vintage looking. They have ephemera, so they might have little bits of, we call them fussy cuts. So for example, here in this picture you can see like a little fish that's been cut out and then stuck in afterwards. They might have tags, like there's a tag, and the tag might not just be stuck in, it might be flapping about, it might hang from the ribbon, for example. They might put ribbons and lace in there to zhuzh it up. They might put stickers in there and stamps and things. But this is like the traditional kind of junk journal. And then there's the digital kind, which is what we're making today. So the digital kind is more sort of curated. It's more like all in keeping with the same effect. So for example, this one where we've got some like apples and some yellow gingham, we might want the next page to look the same and the next page to look similar to that with the same color palette, for example, whereas this is just random. Okay, it's just a way of collecting people's memories as well, and they can put things in there. They can write down the feelings as well. You can leave them space to write lines so that they can write in it as well. So that's basically what a junk journal is. So for example, I've done these. So within your junk journal, like I said, you can put photographs. This is clearly just a photograph that's been cut off a reel. They've actually got physical leaves there that are pressed. These look more like stickers or fussy cuts. But then we've got a normal journal with this extra layer over the top of it. And they've even layered on the words that they wanted to use. So parts of a junk journal can be the papers, first of all, the background paper. And then you might add some letters, like I said, the fussy cut letters. Or you might add things like the ephemera, like bookmarks and tags and labels. And these are like little photo slides. So you have one of these and then you put this slide in it. So it's like interactive. And it's the same with the loaded tag. You can put that and just stick it on there. And then you've got all these fussy cuts and tags to stick into all the pockets within the tag. You might just have cards in it. This one was one that I did last year where it's like a coffee cup and then you pull up the top of it and it's got a little hidden message inside it. Obviously, the person that makes it would put the message inside it. And then these are the folios, they call them, which is like an envelope that you then stick into your junk journal. And within the envelope, you'd have lots and lots of bits of ephemera, like your tags, your cards, little quotes, say, for example. or the fussy coats. There are other bits to it, like you can have pockets as well, so you can do like a little like a pocket and then stick it in so you can put extra bits in it and things. Okay. You can also do flaps as well. So this is an example of more of a scrapbook kind of one, but they still use the same ephemera and the same bits. And here they've done an example that's more like a front page, but they've got actual writing in there where they've designed it. Okay, so buyers love them because they feel personal, the nostalgic and the tactile. So they've got all them interactive bits in them. They're not mass produced, they're very personal. And they sell well because they've got low costs to them in the digital world. They're quite low cost, so they sell well. And it gives your customer something that, say, for example, if you were making a handmade one, the lace, the ribbon, all the extra bits might cost you quite a lot of money. And it's storing those pieces in your craft room, which I guess all of us know how bad our craft rooms can get. But with the digital junk journal, we're giving them an option to buy it digitally, and then all they have to do is store it on the computer and print it out when they're ready. Okay. So again, it's reusable. Some people actually buy the digital version, make it, and then sell the whole junk journal on for somebody else to use and write in. Some people like to just make it and then just keep it for looking back over and memories and things and putting things in. Okay, so that's just the main parts of the junk journal. Okay, so sizes of the junk journal, the papers that we're going to do today are usually 8.5 inches by 11 inches. So we're really focusing on the pages today. I will do some more in the classroom, maybe like a recording of how I do tags and ephemera and things at a later date. But for today, we're just doing the papers. So they're usually 8.5 inches by 11 inches US letter. But with some of us being in the UK, I also make the A4 ones. So I'll just make exactly the same paper and then just resize it in Canva if I've got the Pro Canva. The pages are usually bifold, but I don't ask Canva to do the bifold. I just make it this size, which I'll show you in a minute, and then I half it myself with rulers and things. They can come in various styles, and that just depends on your keywords and what kind of styles you might be looking for within the keywords, what's trending at the moment, or what is a real gap in the market as well. Like for autumn at the moment, I think the gap is the dark academia, but I really don't know much about that genre, so I stayed away from it. Okay, so this is my process. As you know, I always do the research first, look for those trending keywords, and then use them to think about what I'm going to design. Then I will collect my graphics and my elements and things, download them and put them into Canva. And then I will create my papers first. So I usually do 6 papers in one pack. And then I will list those papers separately. I won't make the full junk journal kit. I'll just list those papers and then build it up that way. I've forgotten to put these in. Okay, so looking at the research, let's go here. So we've got the research. So we can see that when I've looked on eRank, and I did look in Etsy as well, just to verify it, I found these keywords. So my keywords are split up into green, medium, green, amber, and red. So the red ones are really high, being searched massively, but also got very high competition. So we don't want to use them too much. These ones are the ones that are brilliant for us right now because they're going to be the ones that are high search, low competition. And I just found some inspiration online as to what I want it to kind of look like, or the colours that I wanted to use, or maybe some of the elements as well. So here I've made a list of the different elements I can put in there. I've made a list of the different styles, like the cozy cottage style, the different colours that I might use. I've even added the hex marks if you wanted to use those hex marks to do your design, the hex code, sorry. Okay, so moving back to the PowerPoint, which is over here. Okay, so now we're going to go in and create the graphics, okay? So we're going to search for terms. We might be looking, sorry, some of these aren't quite right. I need to change this. Pick 3 or 4 elements. Right. So I'm just literally going to show you what I've been doing all day in Midjourney and in Canva. So let's start with Canva straight away, and we're going to make our very first junk journal page. So we want it 8.5. I usually start with 8.5 and then make it bigger afterwards at the end. Make sure it's in inches. Ladies, you can ask any questions, you know, as we're going along.
Okay.
Okay. And let's try that one again, because it's gone long. We don't want it long. We want it wide. So wide 11, height 8.5. Go. Okay, so there's our page to start off with. Now, what we can do is put like a little ruler on it so that we can see where that halfway mark is. If we add here, there, that's perfect. Okay, so I just grabbed that ruler, by the way, from the side. I love doing that, like just grab it and then it just puts it in the right place. Right, okay, so let's go back to our Midjourney now. So I've been in Midjourney literally all day. So what I did first is I actually gave the report to Claude, and you could probably do the same in ChatGTP as well. So I gave the report to ChatGTP. So I just put my research report in there and I said, right, can you give me some prompts for this? So he's literally wrote the prompt for me, and all I have to do is copy and paste that into Midjourney. Yesterday, Valerie showed us how to use the explore button so that you can look for different things, like say you wanted to do harvest like this, and you can look for a genre that you like. You can even add, I discovered today that you can add watercolor if you just prefer watercolor than anything else. So you can look for that style. You can use the prompt as you like, okay? And I'll show you how to do that with my other ones. So I literally, like I said, put it in ChatGTP. Then I get my prompts that it's given me, take it over to Midjourney. Okay, now I prefer, you can play with Midjourney a bit, but I've kept it pretty much the same. The only thing that I changed was that I prefer version 6.1 for these kinds of things, and I'll show you the difference, because I think we've done that in a prompt challenge before, haven't we, where we've looked at the difference. But I'll just show you the difference so you can see. So I would then change that little code to 6.1. And then you can see the difference. See, they're lovely, aren't they? They're just not quite the style that I wanted. Whereas these are like cute. You can see the difference. It's massive, I think. Okay, so then what I wanted to do was use that text and that prompt, but I didn't want a ginger cat in it. I wanted my little Halloween cat, so that it is autumn, but it's got that Halloween kind of knock on the door to it. Does that make sense? So then what I'll do is I'll take the Halloween cat out with green eyes. I'll literally copy it. And then in the prompt, I'm going to change the bit that says the cat there, Fluffy. And I'm going to change it to that. And I would always check with my keywords to make sure that where's my keywords? Yeah, that I've not, that nobody said, oh yeah, you've got to have a fluffy white cat. Are you with me? Because at the end of the day, I don't think that is as important. Okay, so we're definitely going to have leaves, we're going to have a cat, we're going to have fussy cuts, we're going to have rustic feel. Yep, perfect. Right, so let's go back. In, come on. Right, let's go back here. Right, so then we go back to Midjourney, and then I can put that prompt in and it will give me the exact design with the black cat in. There we go. Okay, so then what I can do with them then is if I want to steer away from the Halloween, because you can see that these ones have got like Halloween pumpkin carvings, then I can do this one, for example. And has anybody got Midjourney? In the chat, do you want to put a 1 if you've got it and a 0 if you've not? Just so that I know. There. Oh, so not many people have got it. That's fine. That's good to know, though, because it's still, you can still use different engines to image generators, and you'll still get the same kind of feel. It just depends. I've had Firefly before now, Midjourney, and I use Bing sometimes because Bing is free. A lot of us are using ChatGPT as well, but as long as you put that prompt in, then you just have to see what you get out of it at the end of the day and which one's the best for what you want. Okay, so now that I've got that one, I can ask it in Midjourney to do like a subtle change. So it'll literally give me 4 pictures, exactly the same cat, but maybe it sat differently or it lay down, for example. But I definitely need to upscale in Midjourney. So I always upscale, which usually takes a minute. So while it's doing that, I've collected a lot of clip arts, as you can see, that are going to go in my junk journal. Some of them are like this, like more backgroundy, because I want them in the background. And then I might have a cat in the front, but you'll see how it all ties together in a second. Okay. All right, so if we go over here, I'm going to select all of my pictures now, and I just download them. And then I'll transfer them into Canva for us to use, hopefully. Yeah, it's going. Any questions so far, ladies, while we're waiting for it to download?
So is it more like a clip art?
Yeah, you kind of layer up the clip arts.
So it's like a whole bunch of them put together?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. That's what we're going to. All right. So it's a paper, essentially. It's a piece of paper, and we're just going to build it up to make some like nice pictures and designs and things. So
it's only one paper that they get when they download it?
I would sell it as 6 papers. So out of
Okay.
all these clip arts, I would probably make at least 6 papers in a pack. And
Okay.
then I might do 6 more papers that have got lines on them on one side, and 6 more papers that have got a whole picture. Like, rather than it being bifold, it's like the whole spread.
Okay, I know what you mean. Okay.
And then I would bundle them 18 papers up together. And I'd do maybe some digital papers as well, as a bonus kind of thing. So I've got 22 pages in my bundle, and then it just gives me a higher order value as well.
Okay. Okay. So it's pretty much you're putting the whole book together, but it's all in pieces.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get it.
Yeah. So it's a bit like when you do your journals, Mary, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully this will download now. Might have to download them in a different way. Oh no, it's doing it. It's just taken a while because we've got so many. Now I thought I'd downloaded some parchment today, but maybe I didn't. So while it's downloading all those pictures, because it will take a while, I'll just find some parchment that I want to put on the back. There we go. Okay, do that one. Maybe. Or maybe I can lighten it.
How many of those do you have to sell? I mean, in the bundle?
The parchment.
Yeah.
These are just in my file. By all means, I could put some of these into like a vault if you want. Some of all my little bits. I was actually thinking as well of, yeah. Anyway, what I was thinking was if I could put like a little vault together as well, but with all the clip arts and the resources that I've got, off Midjourney, so that they are, user commercial free. Right, okay, so there's my background. I might make it lighter after. I'm going to have a look at that in a minute. So now I'm going to go back to my uploads and see what we've got. So I'd start with definitely something in the background on one side. So that actually looks all right, that colour, doesn't it? It kind of matches. So now I'm going to do this. And then I can either put it in as it is, which would mean making it bigger, like that. And that would still look lovely. Or I can reduce it down, remove the background, and leave the parchment as the background. So that looks nice as well. It's just that them trees are a bit... Can you see how the trees haven't really extended?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then what I would do possibly is go in here and press, I think it's expand. There. And then we can drag this up. And it should expand the picture. We'll see what it does. If not, we'll just go back to the full page, but a little bit more zoomed in. See that looks like it? Yeah. So we'll do that. Sorry about the dog. Okay. Now it has put a background in, so I can take that out if I prefer. I'm going to leave it for now and see what happens. So then what I'd normally do on my first 6 papers is I'd have a picture on one side, And then I might have some space to write, just plain, and then I'd put some clip arts at the side. So for example, I could put these. So let me take my background out. And I might put these here. Okay, and then I might add my little cat. Need one of him just sat, I think. That's a good one. I think I'm going to go with this one. Remove the background. This is my Molly, by the way. She was in a fight the other day. She came in with a scratch on her nose.
We had a black cat.
So I'm not sure about them leaves, to be honest with you. Some of the leaves are getting in the way. I might zoom in a bit and see what they look like. Yeah, it looks a bit odd, doesn't it? Okay. So I'll use that in a different one. But we can add things. We can add like a little bit of foliage if we wanted to over here. So I can still go into elements and look for autumn leaves, maybe. Want it graphic. I want watercolor. Let's go watercolor. That's better. So I could put some of these actually, and then just turn it around and slip it at the other side. Possibly. Okay, I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you, but we'll see. We'll see. It's just building it up. But then again, I think we are all we can all be perfectionists, can't we? Yep. And we have to kind of like say, right, that'll do for now sometimes. And then we can always come back to it and redesign it another time, can't we? So you can see I've played around with that a little bit. Now on this page, what I would do then is I would do an overlay. Now, honestly, I'm not sure. I think overlays have to be done in like Affinity or in Photoshop. And I'm not completely sure how to make them. So I just bought a load of them. And they come in so handy, and they might only have cost me like $5 or something, but you'll see the difference. It just is amazing, the difference. So here is my overlay. So I sometimes use this one over the whole lot.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it just finishes it off somehow.
It does.
I mean, obviously we'd have to play around with some of these graphics here, but if I do my layers.
Yeah, can you bring it forward?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. At least the pumpkins can go forward.
Yeah.
Can't they? Yeah, and then maybe I can move that slightly. No, I think I'll bring that forward as well, to be honest with you. It wants to go beneath the pumpkins. Yeah. That looks good. And my poor little puddy cat is hidden. But what we can do is we can actually erase it. No, not that bit.
Oh.
It's okay. This, if we go into Magic Eraser, we can kind of like take some of this bit out. Right, yeah. Sorry, I'm listening to Luke as well. Yeah, so you can see how I could erase it so that then my cat's a little bit more. I think I need to do it more. I just don't want to do it so that it loses that lovely brush stroke technique. It's doing it slowly. Of course, the other option would be to make it a little bit more opaque as well. But let's see what it does this time, and then we'll try that. Okay. Okay, so if we go to the opaque, then that layer there, she pops out a little bit more now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay, so that's my first page. And then all I would do then is just copy it, and then I'd change all of the graphics basically. So if I go into my uploads again, I could leave the same elements in, some of them. I don't have to change all of them. I would definitely move this to the side for now because I want to use that layer on all of them, because if you had different overlays on each of them, then they wouldn't quite match. But then I can change this picture. Again, I've got to try and make sure that it fits halfway, which my little ruler's disappeared.
I think you have a line in the first page.
There it
Looks
is.
like you have a line through it.
Yeah, when you
No, the bottom one.
the bottom. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that line.
That's just a ruler, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so your ruler, once you put your ruler on one page, it goes to all of the pages.
Okay.
So you know exactly that it's exactly right. So then I've got this one. Maybe we could get rid of the flowers this time and just have this lovely pumpkin basket. We could have these at this side. Not sure, we'll see. Yeah, that should be all right. I'm going to group these. Move them up a bit and to the right a bit. And then I'm going to get my overlay. I think the overlay's gone underneath. Bring it forward. And there we go. So you can see how I'm building up. I can build up all my pages. Okay. Right. So that's the first thing. Now that if we were to make up all the pages, you can also do like lines on the page. So I'll just show you how to do that, because there's a really quick way of doing it if you don't know, just in case. So shapes and lines. And then this line obviously is way too dark for this paper. So I would probably change it to one of these colours, because Canva always gives you colours. So I would maybe make it brown or this colour, or I could change the opacity again and just make it really, I can either change the opacity and make it a little bit see-through, or change the size and make it a bit thinner. And then once I'm happy with that line, I can just copy it and make sure it's lined up properly. Right. And then if I do this and then copy, then it will copy 2 more. And then if if I just copy and paste. Now, usually that would just go in line, but we don't want that. So let's just, I just think this is a really good tip. That one. Oh, I'm going to zoom in. It's because I'm doing it on my computer as well. I'm not used to doing it on my computer. Usually
do you normally do it on?
On my tablet.
Okay.
I've got so used to it. I think some people can't use the tablet, but I've just got so used to it that I just find it easier. So if you put in this positioning, you can position them and tidy them up so that then they're all the same distance apart. And then if I hadn't have let go of them, then we can just literally copy that whole set and and then so I'm going to group it. That'll be easier. And then move it down here. Make sure that's the same.
I didn't see how you tidy it up. How do you do that?
So when you go into here, let's just mess these up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And then all I do is pick the ones that I want.
Oh, okay.
So like not group them yet. Let me just move this one. This one's silly. All right, that one. Then get that one. That one. It's because I'm not zoomed in. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. And then if you go into positions, it's at the back of your layers tab. Yeah. So if you go into position, it will come up, arrange it. And you can either put them like center everything, or you could put them right in the middle of your page, or you can tidy them up like that.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Never knew that.
And if you want things in a particular place, like say, for example, on some of my junk journals, say I wanted this in that particular position all the time to make it more, curated, then I can do it here. I can literally put the right position in.
All right, yeah.
So that looks a bit odd now because it's centered it, hasn't it? But let's center that one. That should be right. So then, so like I said, you could do 6 of these, and then I would do 6 with the lines, and I'd change all my graphics again. And then sometimes what I do is not that. I do copy. And this time I might get rid of all of this side. And then I'd just pull this across. If I can pull it, I would. Position it nicely. So that then we've got a full page. Or again, I could use that expander and see what it comes up with. I'm tempted to use the expander, to be honest with you, because it doesn't look quite as good. Let's see if I've got. Let's add the. Where's my laser? I'm gonna add move back. I'm gonna get that and copy it. I'm just going to add that and see if it helps. I don't think that looks right at all. And they do one. There is one actually that does, where the middle's disappeared. You see this middle bit?
Mm-hmm.
So they do an overlay that's all round, so you've not got that middle bit. But I don't particularly like that picture. I think it needs to be bigger. So I'm going to make it smaller again. And then I'm just going to ask it to expand it, I think. In here. See what it comes up with. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And then we can just put it in like this. And then, like I said, if I go in here, I've got an overlay that's got the middle missing, or I thought I had one that's got the middle missing. It doesn't matter, because I can just go to my overlay and then just delete that bit. What happened? Okay. There we go. Yeah. All right. So that's the junk journal pages. But then if we go back to the PowerPoint, I really hope I'm not rushing this. Right, so first of all, I was going to show you how to change the size. I'm sure you probably already know, but just in case. So you can, if you've got Canva Pro, you can resize the pages, and you can just literally go into here and then find the A4 one, or find the dimensions yourself. It's usually for, there we go. It's come up straight away, because I know that's about an A4, I think it just needs 9 and 21. And then I would copy and resize, and it will give me a whole new document that is A4. And then when I list them, you can see when I've changed it to A4 that some of it kind of comes off. So you need to have a fiddle with it to make it work sometimes. Like you might need to move some of your clip arts, or you might need to make that picture in the background bigger to make them the right size for A4. Like there, if you see there, can you see it's got a little white rim around it? So I'd have to have a look at that and see how I could change it. It's got 2. And then pull this out. There we go. Yeah, so you just have to have a fiddle with it and make sure that it's still right. Then we want to know how to download it and things, okay? So we can share it here. Now, because I'm not going to download these ones, I'm going to download these ones. Okay, so we can share, go into share, and then download. I usually do my junk journals as PNG anyway. I always move it up to 1.5. I don't know why. I think it just makes it a slightly bigger file. And then I would download them all. And then what we have to make sure with junk journals is that we've got the right DPI. So I know that with your journals and your planners, Mary, you'll have to use 300 DPI, will you? And then with like wall art, for example, and clip art especially, Kathy, if you've done clip art, you need to make sure that they're 300 DPI as well.
300? Okay.
Yeah. So then I'm just going to show you a really good tool for doing this. So I would save it then in here. And then I have a free tool on Google. And Google decides to come up. There. And it's just change AI free. And I'll tell you which one. I'll put a link in. Hopefully it'll come up. Because I know what it's this one, convertdpi.com. And then all you have to do is go into your downloads where your junk journal is, hopefully. It's not saved it in the right place, has it?
Yeah.
It keeps going in a different place. Right. So where is it? It's in there. Right. No, I want it in here. Right, let's get rid of that and download it again. And then I'll put it in the right place.
Yeah, it's probably sick, but we decided I would go Simon Castle.
Right, okay. So now I've got it in there. There. Extract it. Now you'll see that when I've downloaded it from Canva, the DPI is not the greatest. So it literally doesn't even tell you what the DPI is on this.
No, it doesn't.
But on my tablet, it'll tell me the resolutions, and they're not the greatest because Canva always brings it down. But like I said, if we go into this tool, all you have to do is bring it back. You just literally drag and drop things in here. So there we are. So I just drag it in, and you can do up to 50, but I find that any more than, say, 15, and it seems to have an issue with doing them. So I kind of do groups of, say, 12 if I've got a big pack of clip art to do. And then just download. And then this is my pack that I want to sell. So then we'll just have a quick look at the properties for a sec. So it's not too big a file. I could probably put them four in a compression file and then, or just straight into Etsy, because they give you 20 megabytes, don't they, per file. Or if it's a big file, like say I've put all of the papers together, them 22 that I talked about, then I'd put it onto my Google Drive at that point and then send them a link. Okay. So, right. So, like I said, I'd just save them and put them in my Google Drive.
Okay.
Right. Now let's go back here. And let's just check again against the research that we've got things in there. So again, we've got, it's rustic. It's kind of boho, I think. We've definitely got harvest basket in there. We've got orange pumpkins, white pumpkins. We've not got a sleeping cat, but we could add that to another one of the papers. And then obviously these things like the pockets and things and the tags, we can add at a later date. But for now, we're just doing the papers. Okay. So we've checked that. And then we just need to do a quality check. So sometimes I find that, like I did a beach junk journal, and because the colours were kind of like very faded and subtle, it didn't come out well on the printer. So if I'd have sold that, then I might have got lots of complaints or bad reviews and things. So I always like to check it by printing it out before I put it on Etsy, just to make sure. And sometimes with them very faded colours, like I said, the beach one, I might even put that into Affinity, because sometimes Affinity does that rendering better.
So you don't want to sell it as a faded colors?
No, when I say faded, what I mean is sometimes it comes out so that it looks wrong. It's like it's half printed, Mary. It's looked like I've run out of ink. Does that make sense?
All right.
And if I do it in Canva, so sometimes I have to then take the whole design and put it into Photoshop, because the colours are just better, and it prints out much better. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So we're only on 8 o'clock. So, ladies, have we got any questions?
Not really. Not yet.
No. So I could show you as well some of the other parts of the junk journal. I'll do that, just so that you know. And sometimes I think, like the overlays, sometimes it is easier to just buy the overlays yourself, isn't it? Sometimes there's no need to go out and make them. I mean, it would be lovely if I could make them, because they're amazing, but sometimes it's just easier to do it that way.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So projects, let's have a look at some. Don't want overlays this time. Yeah, so just ignore me. So I made anyway, we'll just go back here, and I'm going to just show you some different parts. So I've got the beach one. I'll show you what I mean. And we'll look at the mock-up for it. Is that the mock-up of the papers? Yeah, it is. No, it's not. It's the whole thing. See, I think it was one of these overlays, Mary, that it was like going all speckly, and some of these were coming out very white. It was just odd the way it did it. But anyway, so this is a junk journal, the whole thing. So like I said, I'd do the 6 papers first. That would be one listing. So you can see where I've just done a whole picture. I've not even taken out that middle bit. Then I might have done, this one's got lines on it, I think. And then there I've got lines and some clip art at the side to zhuzh it up. Then in the whole kit, I might put some ephemera. So these are like little postcards or little tags. And like I said, like a photograph, you can put a photograph inside it, or just a card. They're my fussy cuts. Okay, so obviously they're just clip art, but we put them on one piece of paper and then cut them out for our junk journal. And then in my mock-up, then I've got just like a nod to other products that I sell in my shop. I've got a little nod to myself, so that then I'm gaining that trust from the customer. I've got that I've used AI to make it, and then I've just got download instructions. Now, usually I do make these 2,700 by 2,025. So I'm not sure why that's gone that way, but I could just resize it and then put that in. The other thing that I want to just show you is that I've put these little like awards in. So for example, the fact that I do them both sizes is there. because that's a real customer pain point. Or I'd put the 300 DPI and make that really obvious that it's commercial use, which means that they can use it to make their own junk journals and then sell them on, or make their own junk journals and then sell them on at fairs and things. And then I've just put like a little pain point, like we said before about the storage of the different parts of the ephemera if you are making a traditional junk journal. So I've just kind of said that you just download it and print, no storage involved. It's an instant download. So I'm just, and the other thing as well is this watermark. And that's really, really important. I found out the hard way. That the reason why I do watermarks on all of it, anybody know?
So nobody will steal your idea?
Exactly. Yeah,
they have stolen it before?
Yes. I've seen, I think it was on This Morning, which is like a morning show. And there was this lady that had literally had all her designs stolen and put on Temu.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus. Yeah.
And there was nothing she could do about it.
Yeah. So watermark is a must.
Yeah. I always put a watermark on, and all I do is just do it in white writing and then just, like to opaque it.
Okay, yeah.
Even though you can't really see it there now, they won't be able to copy that picture because it's got that on it.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And then I make sure that I've overlaid as well, so they can't get that picture because it's under that one.
Yeah, all three of them, yeah.
Yeah. So they might be able to get this one and this one, which is why I put the watermark on. Yeah.
Very smart.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. Any questions about the mock-ups?
I don't think so.
Okey-doke. Wow. Right. I didn't think I'd do that in an hour. I thought I'd be more than an hour. So if there's anything you want me to look at, I can do. But we will just quickly go back to the PowerPoint. And I just want to point out that I want to do in the summer. So starting from, I can't remember what date I've put in the diary, but I want to do a course all about getting ready for the holiday. Because I did some research the other day and I put it on TikTok, to be fair. And basically I looked up some stuff like junk journals or clip art or invitations or planners. And the holiday is coming up, as in you've got people searching for Thanksgiving, people searching for Christmas, people searching for New Year's. And I just felt like we really need to get on that. And while I've got time in the summer as well, so I'm not working and things, I thought that I'm going to stop sharing, actually. I thought that it would be a good opportunity for us all to get together, do some research before we do our designing. So basically, the course would be that we'd all have our own personalised research report. And then I would show you how to make your designs. We'd do some design sessions together, some co-working sessions. And then we can have a go at making, whether it's journals or clip arts or TV art, all around your niche. Checking back on those keywords, checking back on the elements and the styles and things, looking for gaps and things like that. And then hopefully your shop will be Q4 ready, because again, the algorithm takes, as we know, 30 to 60 days to get to know our product. So if we can get those Christmas things and Thanksgiving things in our shop now, then it's got a good 60 days to build up the traffic, build up the momentum, and then we'll get some Christmas sales. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so and that is pretty much it, ladies. But I can honestly, I've set time aside, so I've got 20 minutes if you want to ask me anything, or maybe you want to show I want to show you something on Canva, anything at all.
Yeah, I have a question about what you actually put in a bundle.
Okay.
Do bundles really sell better than just like the 4 pages?
Do the bundles sell better?
Well, you said you had 6 with lines, 6 without.
I wouldn't
right?
necessarily say. It just depends on it. It just depends. Let me show you a bundle. I'm back in screen share, so I'm going to go back in Canva.
Okay, because you said like 22 pages you have for a bundle.
Yeah.
I was just curious what was in it. That's all.
So, I think which one? Pumpkin might be a good one.
Pumpkin's always a good one.
Yeah, pumpkin. So this is a bundle.
Okay.
So the beach one that I just showed you, that was the whole kit.
Okay, every single one. Okay.
Right. So then this is just the paper bundle. So
okay. The top one says 22 pages. That's why I was wondering.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like here, I've got it up here actually.
Okay.
So that's
18.
the full kit. Yeah.
Everything on there. Okay. So they take like the extra, like the bottle and the everything,
Yeah.
and then they can put it on those pages?
Yeah, you put
Okay.
yeah. So let me just zoom out a second and I'll try and re-explain. So this is the kit. So in a junk journal, you'd want to have the papers, you'd want to have some ephemera, you'd want to have some fussy cuts and some tags and some cards and things, so that you could make a full 18-page junk journal that's all about the beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you provide 18 pages of it.
No.
Okay. That's where I was confused.
Like, for example, this is 38 pieces of ephemera, so there's a lot of work in there. That's not 38 pieces of ephemera.
No. Yeah.
But in the file, there is 38 pieces. And then, what I do then is, for the first set, I would do 6. So I do 6 junk journal pages like this, pumpkin spice.
Okay.
And then if I think, oh, that's really going well, I'm getting a lot of views, I'm getting a couple of favorites, then I might think, right, I'll do these ones then. So then I change a bit of my graphics, I add some lines. Then I'll do these, like I said, the bigger ones, so that it's a full page. And then I add some digital papers, because everybody needs digital papers to kind of fill the pages within the junk journal up.
Right.
So I just added these as kind of bonus, really.
Okay.
And then basically, say for example, this kit, so just them 6 might be £3 in my shop.
Okay.
That listing. Then this listing would be £6. Sorry, £3. This listing might be £3. But then if I sell that as a bundle, I might sell it for £5 or £6.
Okay.
Yeah, so that then my average order value is coming up higher. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, and if you've got any other shops as well, you can put those in as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I get it. I think I'm getting it. Not 100%, but I think I'm getting it. I have to do it in order for me to learn.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's hide that and we'll stop sharing. Okay. I've enjoyed it.
Yes.
Yeah. I will do some more. Would everybody like some more? Would you like me to do some like ephemera maybe, or maybe the folios as well?
Sure.
If you want to comment in the if you prefer to comment in the chat, then that's fine. But what I'll do is I'm just trying to build up the classroom, that first bit, so that everybody has got things in there. Oh, you're welcome, Elizabeth. Got loads of messages. Joy saying, is it early for Christmas? Honestly, Joy, you should see eRank. It's literally covered in Christmas. That I literally I brought up clip art, and there was Christmas, Thanksgiving, everything, honestly. And I think you could do that with your TV frame art as well, because those would be really good. They'd sell really well with that Christmas slant on it. Okay, thank you, ladies, and I'm so pleased that you came.
Thank you.
Elaine, nice to see you. Not seen you for a while. All right. Okay, I'm going to get off and go and get some tea.
Thank you.
All right.